There's no voicemail again.
Yay.
It's the holidays. Everyone hates us equally during this time of year, and I agree with them.
Cue intro!
Good evening. This is Beards and Sundries Podcast News, your one-stop news shop every Sunday, with your host, Jay. Another host, Anthony. And another host, Joe. We're your Beards and Sundries hosts and news anchors for Season 5 of Beards and Sundries.
And welcome back to the Beards and Sundries News Network Christmas Edition.
Hi.
Hello! That's right, everyone. It's time for the final lunch break of Season 5 here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where three gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and ho ho ho! That is me calling all of our beardos names at once.
Now, Jay, it's kind of ironic that you chose that for your intro, because I'm Anthony, and I put the ho in ho ho ho.
It's almost like I'm talking to everyone.
It's almost like this joke is overplayed.
What?
I hear a collective yes as I say that to everyone.
That gets their attention.
And I'm Joe, and I just love it when stockings are hung with care, and I'm a huge fan of keeping all the Yuletide gay. And that means that today's sundry item is Merry Chrysler! Beardos, it's almost Christmas, or, for a very small percentage of Jay's DNA, it's almost Hanukkah. So, this is going to be kind of a last day of school, winter break kind of vibe. Kind of
Remember that we suffered.
0.1% of you suffered.
Is that not enough?
The rest of your bitch ass is white.
Or red right now, as it were.
The rest of me is the reason why I suffered.
Yeah, how much German are you? Because that actually would tell a story.
Oh, God. Okay, keep talking. Let me look it up because I can't remember.
So, today's conversation will be light, and there will be no guilt from family members or stressful tangled lights here. After the break, the world premiere of the highly anticipated 12 Days of Trump's Ass. And, for our final game of Season 5 and 2024, Anthony and I have teamed up for a game that we hope won't leave Jay too cranky. But, before we slide down your chimney, how about this week's lack of a voicemail? Beardos, you are all on the naughty list.
As we have a lack of voicemail, I will tell you it's a combination of French and German, but 65.5% of me made my 0.1% suffer.
Jesus Christ.
I'm very
Is that what the PDF says?
Yeah, I figured out
You're
how to
very
open it
torn
finally.
inside. You're very torn inside. Is that because of Luigi?
Ah!
Oh, God.
That
That
yes,
anal
bitch.
fissure
Yes.
hurts.
I wish he could call and give us a voicemail. That would be great. I'd love to hear
You know
from
what
him.
we could do?
Imagine his one phone call. He calls us to leave a voicemail.
Oh, you get more than one.
Maybe we could call the jail. I'll pay extra. I'll put it on our phone bill.
Are you going to do a season of
fine.
cereal? Hi, I'm Sarah, can of Coke.
Now, Django, did you tell the other elves that Chris was magic?
That you could shoot a CEO? No, ma'am. What?
You never. What?
But instead of that, it's the cat from Scary Movie 2.
Anyways, Beardos,
burning
our
up.
number is
That would be so
405-999-2242. Call and leave
In
a
case
fucking
you've
voicemail,
forgotten.
Yeah, I don't know if
bitches.
we've said it enough. So, this is the last episode of this season, unless we do a special one coming up. But
with our new season starting, I don't know, January something, we'll need voicemail. So be the first one to call in and open the new season, Luigi. And I would love to start the show with that.
Yes, please, Luigi. Jay wants to see your South Pole.
You see, like, people are crowdfunding for bail for him, and I'm just like, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's what billionaires do every fucking time.
Exactly.
Like, it's you crowdfunded your life by exploiting the masses, so...
Before we talk about Christmas, I will say that I've heard the most ridiculous news theory this week, and I wanted to wait until we were recording, but... So, on his social media header profile image, Luigi Mangione also has the Pokemon Breloom as part of his images on there. Breloom's Pokédex number is 286. So investigators have taken that number and they have tied it to Proverbs 28:6.
Okay, now I know
Proverbs
what you're talking
28:6 states, "Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways." Which, okay, it's interesting and kind of a weird connection, but man, they are reaching with this one.
Well, yeah, he's a trained assassin. Everybody who's played Among Us knows that. Fucking, I knew they were going to go on the smear campaign, but I didn't know they were going to have to reach so hard.
Yeah.
But what a cool coincidence. And if it's not a coincidence, what an interesting
choice.
Direction.
Yeah.
Like,
it is sort of
what if it's
a
way
reach,
to lead investigators down? I mean, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I know, but it just feels a little bit too, like, old-timey, like, villainous, like it feels very noir, Jay, and you would understand that. Sort of like a, ha-ha, copper, you'll never catch me unless you solve all my clues.
You'll never catch me, ha-ha, copper.
Yeah, Maid Marian's gonna die on the train tracks.
Bang, bang.
Oh, no!
I know, we're kind of mixing eras and genres here. Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, do you think I could find some Christmas baubles in my stockings?
What are they called?
Ooh.
Bobos?
Bobos.
Shut up. And you can find lots of poppers in there, too, to celebrate the new year.
Ooh.
But
God,
if you
my
are
heart.
new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an Old English word meaning odds and ends. Now, today, it's used mainly in retail as a way to group together items that otherwise wouldn't have a group of their own. So, as three men who have, mostly, full sacks, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Listen, I am just a lightweight Santa Claus. Leave me alone.
Now, if you're new to the show and you're wondering just who the hell has a light sack,
It's Jay.
If you're new to the show and trying to still understand the 5 out of 6 balls reference,
It's also Jay.
it's still Jay.
if you're new to the show and trying to figure out who's short 50 cents in their coin purse,
Oh,
Also
here,
Jay.
take the whole thing.
love that.
Good Lord. So I personally have not had time to put up Christmas decorations, and I'm a little sad about that. But it just hasn't happened. But at the same time, I'm kind of just wishing that we could get through to Christmas Day. Like, everything before then, I'm done with.
Yeah, and I mean, it gets so dark so early. Like, by the time I get home, it's like almost 4, and then I walk the dogs, and it's past 4, and then it's basically the sun's going down. It's too late to do any kind of decorating. I don't want to do it at nighttime, and on my days off, I just want to do things that aren't that. So, I don't know, I just haven't gotten around to it.
I mean, honestly, when would we have had time? We've had someone in our house the past 4 weekends.
Exactly. So there's like no time to do any of that boring stuff because I don't want to. And
I mean,
it's
I
just-
would normally have done it over the weekends, but there are people here in my
Also,
house.
somehow Christmas has just like snuck all the way up on me this year. I'm so
It is
like not ready.
Right up in me. I'm just like,
Right
ow,
up in there.
Get out.
Just wedgie it on in there.
I mean, all I did this year in my
it's
apartment-
pine scented.
Ooh, it's the whole pine tree. I literally just put up 2 they're like 2.5 to 3 foot tall Christmas trees. So there's just a couple that are pre-lit that I put up, and then I put my leg lamp in the window, and that is it.
Okay.
It would have been funny if you would have kept your Halloween decorations, your skeleton out there, and just put a Santa hat on it.
I debated that, but
That's our neighbor across the street has that Jack Skellington Santa that's out there now, and they had Jack Skellington up for Halloween, and I'm just like, I wonder if that's the same thing, and they just put an inflatable on another inflatable.
That'd be smart.
I don't. Yeah, I would.
I mean, you're getting a double whammy of a ornament there.
Yeah, I mean, hell, those inflatables are not cheap. Throw it up 24/7, girl. You want a Valentine Jack Skellington? Go for it.
Get 2 full bangs out of it.
I will take 2 bangs, please.
All
Dear
these
Santa.
other blow-ups are only 1 bang a year. This is 2 bangs, and I want
That's
it.
Jay pulling up to the prison. I would like 2 bangs.
2 bangs, please.
2 bangs.
Can you
$49.50.
the ultimately like Luigi Mangione being in prison and like being a goddamn fucking folk hero?
Actually, now that I think about it, did you see that video of, I think CNN or somebody was outside of the jail, and literally jail members were yelling out to the
Joe
TV.
was talking
Yes.
to me about this.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were like talking about how he was treated terribly in there and shit.
Yeah.
They were
like that.
conducting the interview that way. Like, for example, the anchor would ask, does he have a TV in his cell? And they would wait a couple seconds, and you would hear all the inmates yelling, no!
Oh!
And they were just doing this live interview that way, and it was so fascinating, and I can't believe it hasn't been done before.
This also makes me wonder, like, correctional officers are a particular brand of class traitors if they're being shitty to people like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's, dude, you guys, he just shot a guy who was fucking killing people. Like, what? Like, you guys. Anyways.
The one that I keep seeing floating around is the image of them, like, leading him into the jail or whatever, and they have their hands on the back of his neck, and I'm like, that's where his injury was, and you're just portraying that we got him because we're hitting him where it hurts. I'm like, what the fuck kind
He's
of flex
a
is that?
bad guy, and I'm like, well,
No, not exactly. Not exactly in the way that he's a
well,
pretty good guy.
I'm not gonna sit here and say let's just murder everyone, but it's getting a point across.
Now, hang on, because if we look at history, we can see that peaceful protests have a really good track record of changing societies. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh,
So-
I'm looking at a history book? Oh, no,
That was-
Nope, it was violence the whole time.
That was
Yeah.
my exact argument. I sat there and went, oh yeah, peaceful protest works until you want something actually done.
Done.
And then I'm like, the problem is you have to show force in some sense or society doesn't change because the elites always push us back.
Because they're the ones who control all of the force that is going to come back. Like, it's the whole... Anyways, we're supposed to be talking
mean-
about Christmas.
Marie Antoinette
happened
did
at
not
Christmas
say
time?
let them eat cake because of a peaceful protest.
And I mean, that's why you're going to see this guy get charged with everything under the fucking sun and also
Yeah.
get defamed because it happened
trying
to
to
a
scare
real
us.
person.
Tried.
Yeah, they're trying to scare it, but what they don't get is we don't really have anything left to lose. Like,
I
Fuck
keep
you.
saying it. It's the less I have to lose, the
less I give a fuck.
less I
Yeah.
give a shit.
And then now all of a sudden they're super serious about the TikTok ban, and I'm like, okay, well, what a
Oh,
coincidence
yeah.
there.
Yeah, that magic band.
Well,
band,
because
wow,
we have to
band.
start closing down methods of us talking to each other
Communication.
that are not controlled by them.
Yeah. Well, China's dangerous, even though, let's see, there's another app that a lot of people use to make videos for TikTok, and it's called CapCut, which is owned by the exact same company, and it's weird how that's not being controlled.
Oh, we'll
Or
see.
Yeah.
everything else owned by ByteDance.
I just feel like all that's going to happen is another app's just going to pop up in its place. It's just, I mean, unless you go on full straight up fascism with the overt message of we are cutting off every single way you can communicate with one another that is not controlled by us.
Look at how many people, though, are impacted financially that make a lot of money through TikTok.
Yeah.
Like
Small business owners,
they're
streamers.
shutting down a ton of small businesses
Yep.
Yeah.
out of their own fake fears they've made.
Yep. I hope
I
they're
found a
real
lot of
fears at this
podcasts through
point.
TikTok. So there's the end of that, too.
Also, this whole topic about the drones is suddenly a huge deal.
That's a
God,
diversion.
shut up about the fucking drones. I don't
100%
care.
diversion.
I just think
Anyways.
everything's a diversion to stop getting us to support this Luigi guy because
It
makes
is.
elites look bad. And I'm like, no. I don't care. They could be dropping bombs
to
on me.
this.
I don't care. Back
I
to
don't
Luigi.
care. Back to Luigi.
Yeah,
Back to
I
this
really-
because it's
yeah.
really it's really the most important thing that's happening right now.
Definitely in the sense of our entire society. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
impact that has on a full American system
Leaps
that
and bounds.
is out of
More
control.
important.
And we really saw how United Healthcare suffered in the days following their CEO's death and how much money they lost because the CEO does so much work. It was, what was it, $0?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Well, oh, wait a minute. What's that other company in New York or something that all his employees have quit? Because, oh, man, hold on. Let me
I
look
don't
up the
know.
story.
I
Yeah,
don't
there's a
know.
story about the CEO did something that pissed off everyone, and everyone resigned. And so
What
he's like,
the hell are they
frantically-
doing in there?
Company in East. Oh, no. Why can't I find it? I just saw this recently, and now I can't find it.
Are you sure?
Technology hates
Has it been
you.
scrubbed
You know
from the
what?
internet?
Maybe it was a big old oh, that's true. Or maybe
They
it
got
was
buried.
just a fake story. I can't find it. That doesn't seem right. Sorry, but there was a story I recently saw where he pissed off everyone, so they all resigned.
Damn, that's a
And
crazy story.
Now he's like drastically
Cool.
trying to find all these new employees, and it's a proof that a company can run perfectly fine without a CEO, but it can't run without its employees.
Yeah.
Well, gay.
Well,
Yes. But
I mean-
Christmas.
Christmas. Hey, sis. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. The
Yeah.
song by RuPaul that Jay loves so much.
Jay loves all drag-related things so much. He's going to be looking for this story the entire episode now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, I'll quit before I just get like too wrapped up in it. Yeah, Drag Race. I'm
So-
fine without.
Do you guys have any like traditions that you used to do with your family or anything like that? Like things you used to do or anything like that?
We used to do bingo at my dad's parents' house, and you got to experience that just one time,
I did.
and it was not fun.
The best part is that when you win, Jay, you get to pick a gift. And the way the gifts are labeled are as such. Gift for boy, gift for girl, gift for kid. And it's real fun. And
Yep.
a lot of the gifts are from, I don't know, a random smash and grab at the True Value that was that was encountered on the way to the party.
Still got the blood from somebody's literal smashed face on it.
One was it was a saw blade, and I'm trying to remember what kind of saw blade it was. That like it was gift for a man, and you open
Gift
it,
for
and it's
man.
just a fucking saw blade. It's not the saw itself; it's just the blade.
Saw blade.
Yeah, and I was like, this will get used 0 times. Thank you.
Is this for a sawzall?
It was a tradition that we had where like part of it was you had the chicken was a sort
Yeah.
of gag gift that you would get. And so if you open a gift and it was the chicken, then it was your job to hide the chicken in another gift the next year. And so that was kind of a fun memory.
Her face.
I know that, so I was like, oh god, I gotta catch this on camera. I
Yeah,
mean, my
so
favorite-
gift for a man.
which
Saw
I know we
blade.
talked about this before on previous episodes, but my favorite tradition that I love to mock now is how when I was a kid, we'd wake up and my dad, we were not allowed to open any gifts or do anything until he read from the Bible the reason that we were celebrating Christmas.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yes. And so
Thank
he
you
had
for
to do
reminding
that.
me.
and he had to drink 1 cup of coffee before we could start because it was, I don't know, some small penis control issue. So
sounds healthy.
He would drink his coffee super slow and read the Bible, and I'd fall asleep every time because, well, that was boring as fuck.
Yeah. One we had was you would get a Pez dispenser in your stocking every year. There were a couple different things with the stocking that Mom would do every year. It was Pez dispenser was one. The little bag of chocolate coins, that was always one. There was always some like candy that we'd always get every year, and just some small gifts, usually like maybe like a Hot Wheels car or something. But a Pez dispenser was always in the stocking. And to this day, she still sends us the box of presents for Christmas, and she always includes Pez dispensers. So that's fun.
And the gold coins, which I love.
Yes, absolutely.
Gold coins are fun.
I don't know why I like them so much. Like,
I don't
I'm not
either. They
normally
don't
just a
even taste
plain
that good.
chocolate person, but I like them.
Well, and then in that same vein, she also found, they come in a little mesh bag, right? But she also found this candy that's like little lumps of coal, and they're like black paper wrapped chocolates in a red mesh bag, and I don't know what it is about them. They are fucking delicious. Oh, they're so good.
Huh, I haven't seen those.
I used to love the little like lace candy that you get at Christmas time that was all kinds of different flavors.
the
You'd never be
ribbon
able to tell.
stuff?
The ribbon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would like break, and it was like shards. Yeah.
Oh, and it hurt,
it.
but it tasted so good. Like, you could
Yeah,
get
that
some
stuff's
good
good.
flavors. You know, they make that shit in, like, July.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where
To
I
get
grew
the
Shelf
up,
life
texture
is
right.
like 50 years.
yeah,
I mean, it's basically just sugar and flavoring.
Yeah.
where
It's like
I
candy
grew
canes.
up, there was this old little candy place that they made it the old-fashioned way. You could go in and watch them make it, and it was just
It's
so funny
super
watching
fun to
them.
watch.
It's so cool. And so I was
Yeah.
watching them, like, June, I think, making ribbon candy. And I was like, wait, you're getting ready for Christmas now?
Yeah.
That shit's not fresh?
Another
mean,
one that
why
was
would it be?
later, but we still do it now. The chocolate orange, the one that's like wrapped in gold, and you have to slam it on the countertop or a table to like break it, and then
Oh,
you
I
open
forgot
it,
about
and
that.
you get like a little wedge at a time, and it's chocolate with orange flavoring, and chocolate and orange is such a good combination.
It's such a good
yeah.
combo, and I don't understand why.
I don't either, but it's so good.
It, logically, my brain can't make sense of it because it's like chocolate and lime to me don't taste that great, and chocolate and
Right.
lemon, but like chocolate and orange.
Orange.
I-
It's like
I
such a
feel
good
like-
citrus for chocolate.
I wonder if it's like the sort of acidity to orange that maybe brings out the other flavors in the chocolate. Do you think?
It
True.
could be, because
And it
orange
may-
is so mild compared to lemon and lime.
That's
Yeah.
it. Orange is so sweet, it may be more of that sweet
Yeah.
against chocolate thing. That's
Yeah. Because chocolate's not just sweet,
Against
it's got
chocolate. Jay, can you get through one podcast without saying something racist?
This is why Derek hasn't called us. You know that, right?
at the end of the year, we'll just do like a bonus episode, and it's just me apologizing for every episode I said something accidentally racist.
It's a 40-minute YouTube video with 25 ad breaks in it.
I'm sorry. And it's just me staring at the screen. I'm like, I'm sorry. And then I like each break, it's like, I'm sorry for saying this during episode 7 of season 6.
You're saying you're sorry, like the BP CEO from South Park.
I'm sorry. So sorry. We're
Oh,
sorry.
So sorry.
So my mom's family has this Christmas tradition that I hate that we don't do anymore, which is we would go to candlelight service. at my
I'm so
hometown
happy
church.
that's over.
Oh, I fucking hated it. It was the worst thing ever. You think I want to go be in a church surrounded by these fucking assholes that are just awful? You know, every single one of them voted for Donald Trump, and they're going to sit there and act like they're celebrating a season of joy over a brown baby that, I'm going to fucking say it because,
A racist comment.
No.
I'm kidding.
listen,
Anthony's on one
Why,
foot.
Jay? What's
We're
racist about it?
sorry.
Jesus wasn't fucking white. Like, let's just, I say it what it is. Like, anyways, I don't want to be surrounded by hypocrites on Christmas Eve.
Jesus also wasn't real.
Well, Jesus was real. We have proof that Jesus existed, just probably not that he
Do
was
we?
a magical
Yeah,
god baby.
according to my DNA test, Marie Antoinette, and then a little longer, it was Jesus.
And then it's that
some-
meme with the dominoes, and it's Marie Antoinette, Jesus.
Or at least a person whose life closely mimicked Jesus. But I mean, again, if you've seen the movie Heretic, it could be a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm Jesus.
No, you're not. Fuck off. Jesus had 2 balls.
Hey. Bless you, my son.
It's you! Oh my god, how did he know? He is Jesus!
There's the after show clip right there. Thanks, Jay. I've loved starting to do that.
Oh, I've enjoyed the little end clip. That's pretty good. You know what, Joe? Also, bless you.
I didn't sneeze, bitch. Another one we had in my family was my parents would use newspaper and Sunday comics as wrapping paper, and that was always fun. Because it was made for like a unique wrapping job because everything was so different.
Oh. Well, we did do that one year. I think I remember that. I'm trying to remember what else we did. Like, I do remember at the bottom of our Christmas tree, we had one of those like little porcelain snowflake villages.
Nice.
And I remember we'd always put it at the base of the tree, and so like the presents would go behind it and all. And I do remember my sister and I, we loved for some reason like basically playing with the town and moving all the people around, and
It's because you're
why they're
gay.
broken. What?
Right.
You know what? No blessings. Back. Gone. Unblessed.
Oh, I feel completely different. It's almost like that doesn't even matter.
May the blessings not rain upon you.
Oh, my thoughts and prayers. Ow. Please give them back. I need them.
They're all that keep me alive.
Yeah.
Another fun one we would do was we would always watch Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics, the South Park special, because we had
Oh
this
my
DVD
God.
it was a DVD that had 3 episodes. It had Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson, it had Chin Pokemon, and then it had Mr. Hankey's Christmas Classics. And every year we'd watch it. I loved that DVD.
We always watched A Christmas Story just on rerun because my sister loved it, and it was on TBS or TNT.
It's a good movie. It's
I liked
still
it.
good to this day, I think. Even though it is showing a little bit of its age, I think it's still a great movie, and it's entertaining.
I watch it every year, and it's mostly for the nostalgia purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I love Christmas Vacation, and we never watched that as a kid. As an adult, I watch it all the time. I love it. Because I totally get Clark Griswold.
I saw a meme today, actually, that was, it was like, imagine how it was in the 80s, and an employee not getting their end-of-year Christmas bonus was such a wild concept that they made it into a Hollywood comedy.
Oh my God, that's right. And how everyone was so shitty towards him when they found out that he cut him. Like, even his wife was like, what a low-life thing to do. And the cop was even like, that's pretty bad, mister. I'd beat you with a rubber hose, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, God, America's changed.
I read
Also,
somewhere
that's
once,
sexual
this
now.
could be wrong, but I think I read somewhere once that Chevy Chase improv'd and ad-libbed that entire scene where he's cursing him out.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Good for him, because that
Good for
felt
him.
real.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good movie.
I haven't seen it in forever.
Well, that's because you're lame.
Yep, I know.
The
I'm
only
aware.
part I don't like about that movie is how he never figured out that it was the switch in the backyard shed that was in control of the lights.
I
Ugh,
think
that's so frustrating.
the part for me that drives me nuts about actually any Chevy Chase film, but that specific one, is when he's at the lingerie counter talking to the girl, and he just like can't get his words out, and he keeps saying stupid
Yeah.
stuff. And I know it's supposed to be funny, but
It's just cringy.
that specific type of humor, I hate.
Yeah. I also think that as more time passes and as I get older and older, I identify less with the Griswolds and I identify more with their neighbors, who are played by Julie Louis-Dreyfus, and I can't remember his name,
Yeah.
but they're fantastic.
I identify 100% with them. Although, I mean, Clark's wife, I mean, I you could tell she's just like, this is my fucking life, whatever.
Yeah, she's a saint for that patience that she possesses.
I love her, but yeah, Todd, Margot, they are me now.
Absolutely.
Because they're living this luxury life next to annoying people.
Luxury. They had the first McMansion. They had the first gentrified house that existed. They were gentrifying things before it was cool to gentrify things.
With their digital radio. Fuck, it wasn't even like a set. It was like a full cabinet almost of shit.
Hi-fi, stereo, or whatever.
Jesus.
That was before garage boom boxes were cool to have.
Yeah.
Don't you mean
Where
three-disc
is your
CD
garage
players?
boom box?
It's still in my garage.
Perfect.
The house hasn't sold, so I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to keep using this garage as storage until I have to get rid of stuff.
Man, no one's buying somebody a house for Christmas?
It's been real quiet
neighborhood?
in the little industry lately because everyone I know who's a realtor is struggling to get any business, and so I'm not alone, thankfully, but
very
afford to
telling
buy
of
a house
America
right
at the
now.
moment.
Sells. Would love to not lose that money monthly, even though I'm kind of getting some of it back.
Well, we've talked a little bit about Christmas, and we'd love to hear about your traditions that you have with your loved ones, Beardos. Go ahead and throw us an email. Send us a voicemail. Leave us a message on the Instagram, wherever you want to contact us at. Please. But I think now we're going to go ahead and take our break, and then when we come back, we will get ready for the world premiere of your new favorite holiday, Christmas Carol.
Hey listeners, are you ready to add some spice to your wardrobe? Check out hunkytops.com, the queer, Latino-owned clothing site that brings you the hottest styles. And here's an exclusive deal just for you, listeners. Get 10% off your first order with the code SUNDRIES. That's right, 10% off when you use the code SUNDRIES at checkout. They do offer sizes above 3XL. Just hit the contact button and request a larger size and they'll accommodate the best they can. So, what are you waiting for? Visit hunkytops.com today. Explore their amazing styles and wear your pride with confidence. hunkytops.com. Wear your pride, live your style. Remember, hunkytops.com. Use code SUNDRIES for 10% off your first order. Order now! You're listening to the Beards and Sundries podcast, the news source that's still rated 5 out of 6 balls.
All right, Beardos, so we are back, and we are very excited to show you a little project that Jay has been working on, with a little bit of input from me and Anthony for the lyrics, but it is time for the world premiere of your new favorite Christmas carol, The 12 Days of Trump's Ass.
I worked really hard on this, and I want you to know that I have not rehearsed this. The only thing I did was go through it to make sure that I didn't forget to play a part of the song. So,
What's the runtime on this, Jay?
5 minutes and 46 seconds.
Not bad. That's less than I thought it would
No,
be.
it's really not bad. And I added, it's not just going to be piano the whole time, so, we'll rizz it up a bit. And then also...
Raise it up. Oh, my God. I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm probably going to fuck up a lot because I haven't rehearsed this. Also,
Brilliant.
in the piano that I recorded myself, I fucked up. So it's going to be a really great journey here for all of us.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear this live. I'm actually... I've been super stoked for this all day.
Ah, man, I've been dreading it, but also stoked. So, all right, here we go.
Do it.
On the first day of Christmas, I gave to Trump's ass from me a steamy bag of shit on his front porch. This is going great. On the second day of Christmas, I gave to Trump's ass from me 2 poison Big Macs, and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch. On the 3rd day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 3 progressive judges, 2 poisoned Big Macs, and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch. Joe, this one's for you. 4th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 4 seasons landscaping, 3 progressive judges, 2 poisoned Big Macs, and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch. That was so gorgeous. On the 5th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 5 guillotines, 4 seasons landscaping, 3 progressive judges, 2 poison Big Macs, and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch. Great one. On the 6th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 6 Patty LuPones, I hate that fucker. 5 guillotines, 4 seasons landscaping, 3 progressive judges, 2 poisoned Big Macs, and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch.
Sniff, sniff.
On the 7th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 7 Luigi Mangione followers, 6 Patty LuPones, 5 guillotines, 4 seasons landscaping, 3 progressive judges, 2 poisoned Big Macs, and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch. On the 8th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 8 grassy Knowles Bang, 7 Luigi Mangione followers, 6 Patty LuPones, I hate the motherfucker. 5 guillotines, 4 seasons landscapings, 3 progressive judges, 2 poisoned Big Macs with no onions, and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch. What am I on? 9. On the 9th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 9 Stormies dancing, 8 grassy Knowles Bang, 7 Luigi Mangione followers Bang, 6 Patty LuPones, I hate the motherfucker. 5 guillotines, 4 seasons landscaping, 3 progressive judges, 2 poisoned Big Macs. And I'm just gonna go shit on his front porch myself. On the 10th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 10 Ford's Theaters Bang, 9 Stormies dancing, 8 grassy Knowles Bang, 7 Luigi Mangione followers Bang, 6 Patty LuPones, I hate the motherfucker. 5 guillotines.
Sure, make it 9.
4 seasons landscaping, 3 progressive judges, 2 poison Big Macs. And I'm gonna go just shit on his front porch right now. On the 11th day of Christmas, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 11 angry hemorrhoids, there's blood in my stool. 10 Ford's Theaters, 9 Stormies dancing, 8 grassy Knowles Bang, 7 Luigi Mangione followers, I love you. 6 Patty LuPones, I hate the motherfucker. 5 guillotines. 4 seasons landscapings, which was so embarrassing. 3 progressive judges, 2 poison Big Macs, and it was just the onions. Because I also shit on his front porch.
It was just the onions.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the last one, I gave 2 Trump's ass from me. 12 claim denials, and then he got shot. 11 angry hemorrhoids. 10 Ford's Theaters Bang. 9 Stormies dancing because she's a slut. 8 grassy Knowles Bang. 7 Luigi Mangione followers Bang.
Bang.
6 Patty LuPones Bang me.
I hate the motherfucker.
5 guillotines. Max and a steamy bag of shit on his front porch.
Cha. And then you just pass out on the floor.
Bang.
What a Christmas classic.
Wow.
And that was for you, listeners. I love you so much that I had to write a song for you.
We helped, bitch.
Okay, yeah, sure they helped. I sight read and recorded the background music, so I didn't more.
And you said, what about background singers? Woo!
Oh, God, I wish I would have said that. I should have said that in the middle of my recording. What about backup singers?
The best part was when you kept saying, what am I on? And I was like, what are any of us on? Jesus.
What are any of us on?
Not Quaaludes.
Well,
Actually, I talked about that today. We were talking about how MAGA believes that back in the 50s was the best era of the time. And I said, yeah, it's because all women were just so busy on drugs.
yeah,
And
hell
lobotomized.
And I wish I was a woman back then.
yeah. Some days.
Because drugs.
Because drugs,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, fantastic work, Jay.
Yes, thank
Well,
you, Jay.
thank
That was
you.
beautiful.
Thank you for helping me write that song. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to perform it. And I will remember you when
And-
I'm famous.
You're welcome for the backup vocals too, bitch.
Oh, yeah, you did great. Bang.
And now, for a word from our sponsor, the 12 Days of Trump's Ass Remastered.
Actually,
That's good.
I did record a section of my remastered Oh Holy Night.
Oh. And now, for a word from our sponsor, a sneak peek at the Beards and Sundries Christmas album.
Hey, all you Christmas fans out there! It's the Christmas season, and the Now That's What I Call Beards and Sundries Music Christmas Album of Christmas Music, Volume 2 Christmas Edition, is available now, with some of your favorites like
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
I mashed that little dreidel and made it something else. And now I have a clay bowl to smoke my bomb-ass kush. Oh, clay bowl.
featuring our favorite artist and close listener, John Riley. And don't worry, your absolute favorite host of this show, Jay, still premieres on this album.
I'm dreaming of your white semen, just like the one I used last night.
And thankfully, Jay brought back the old remastered classic, Oh Holy Night, with the Horman Grab Your Testicle Choir.
On your knees and give me a blowjob right now.
This one-of-a-kind album is only available to you on our surprise episode coming out sometime now and between New Year's. So we hope to have you catch up on the new album. Merry fucking Christmas and happy goddamn holidays. It's a fucked up year and we have just more coming to us. So just fucking drink.
Hey guys, make sure you follow and subscribe to our podcast so you can receive a notification every Sunday when a new episode drops.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
I knew the answer. I just wanted to make you say it.
Astronomers got tired of watching the moon orbit the Earth for 24 hours. So they decided to call it a day. Merry Christmas, Beardos. I'm giving these to you on purpose.
Bang, bang.
I thought about going on
Hey,
a peanut,
grassy knolls. Bang.
I thought about going on a peanut
Is that
diet.
Luigi Mangione-Keller's poop? Or followers, whatever.
Same thing. Bang, bang.
What? I thought about going on a peanut diet. That was it.
Oh.
No punchline. I was thinking about it. But it was just nuts.
Okay. Well, Jay, do we have any Beardo submitted sundries under the tree today?
We do.
What?
That's it.
And I have one as well.
Nobody cares. We got we heard from
Yeah, we need a manager to the farm for a brace track.
Well,
All
hi,
right.
Bryce.
Hello, Bryce.
Hey, Bryce.
Bryce said, "What up, beardos? Loving the new episodes during this wonderful time of seasonal depression. So, thank you guys for making me smile. Unfortunately, no, I've not seen First Wives Club. Sorry to break it to you, Anthony, but your intuition is wrong on this one." Finally. But don't worry, I'll be watching it
wrong all
on
the
my
time.
2 whole days off during Christmas. And I also need to watch Dante's Peak yet. My name is Ruth.
Who are we talking to? We were talking
was
to
Aaron.
Beardo Aaron. We played some Mario Party with him online yesterday, and we were talking about Dante's Peak the musical and how we wish it was real. And he was also saying that he loved the Ruth song
Name is Ruth.
because my name is Ruth.
You know, I'm a little surprised that you haven't seen First Wives Club, Bryce. I really, it just, I don't know. I just got the vibe.
Oh, well, sounds like your vibes are off. Anyways,
Wow.
listening
Hang on,
to
let
you
me get
guys
the punching tag name tag out for this episode.
Thank you. Listening to you guys make up the 12 Days of Christmas for Donald Trump made me think of one for you. 10 bloody hangnails. Because what's worse than one hangnail? A bloody hangnail on every finger.
Wow. Well, thanks.
Then I have to go to work as a lemon juicer.
And I have to go to work at the salt mines.
After I quit my job as a lemon juicer.
Oh my god. I also have a holiday joke for you guys. If you have a snowball on your left hand and one in your right hand, what do you have?
Frosty's cojones.
Frosty's full attention.
Oh, hey, I was almost there.
And don't worry, Jay, if you're lonely this holiday season, just put on a belt made of mistletoe. Oh, God. And I need Joe's glasses topper from the latest episode. I love them.
Which one were they, Joe? Which ones?
They were the ones, I believe they were the ones where it's like all the onomatopoeias from comic books where it's like bang, pow.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one a lot too. Thank you, Bryce.
Can't wait for your next episode and to hear your fucked up 12 Days of Christmas for Donald Trump. Keep up your amazing work, and I hope you enjoyed that, Bryce.
Because we sure did.
Hell
And
yeah.
then
Bang.
I got a second email from him that said, I forgot to add in my last email, happy motherfucking gay ass birthday, Jay.
Aww.
Aw.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. I
If
love
you're feeling lonely, Jay, just get someone to blow out your candle. And cut you off a slice of cake. And I don't know, butt sex. Sorry,
you. Something Luigi.
something penetration.
Play a game of penis butt.
He puts it in you, Jay, and it goes brr, 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 the noise that happens when they go down the pipe.
Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh God,
Sorry.
oh God, what are you about
And
to say?
then my brain does that when you reach the flag. Do 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 do.
As you're bouncing up and down on his flagpole, you just keep hearing the sound it makes when a Koopa gets jumped on. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop.
Doesn't
I
Princess
think in
Peach make
Italy
a
they
noise at some
call
point?
them manicotti.
God.
Oh,
Yeah, getting down on that bucatini.
Jay's gonna be a stuffed shell.
Ah!
Nah, I'll just slip on a banana peel. Wow.
Anyways, thank you, Bryce.
Yes,
That's all I
thank you,
had
Bryce.
this time.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Crisis.
It's Christmas.
Happy Honda days to us all.
Hey, that's rude. You know I celebrate Toyotathon. Actually,
This
not
is
right
a
now.
Lexus December to Remember family.
Toyotathon. Toyota's
This
about to
is a
give me
Volkswagen
shaking
Sign
order.
Then Drive event family.
Not sign and drive. Sign, then drive.
Also, if
Yeah.
one of you would just buy me a Lexus and put it in the driveway and tell me you love me with a bow on
But
it.
with the 3.9% APR, I think everything's going to work out.
That SNL skit where he buys the car. He's like, you
It's only
bought a
$400.
car?
This is a major purchase decision. You're still unemployed.
Mom's sleeping with the neighbor.
Hey, you borrowed $5,000 from me. You said, "Hey, I'm unemployed and I can't afford gifts this year."
And now you have a Lexus?
All right. Well, who's our next sundry from, Jay?
That's all I had.
Okay. You have one, Anthony?
Yeah, I actually have one from our beardo Toad. And
Yes.
Toad,
Hi, Toad.
said his contribution for the 12 days of Trump Christmas, or Trump's ass as we have termed it, is 11 felony charges.
That's it? That seems very small. I'm kidding.
I mean, if
Only
we could
11.
get anything to stick, without him being able to just pardon himself.
Well, I know what Jay wants to get. No, never mind. It's not a good joke. Sorry.
I need it now. You can't just tell me, Joe. Just
11 inches of Luigi.
That's what he wants to stick.
Nah, I think I hear that he couldn't do that, so it's probably only 4.
What?
Soft.
Folded in half.
Yeah, I was like, I think his surgery messed up his abilities to work some. With his
They have
Louis.
pills for that.
I don't care.
That's true. I've got some in my cabinet that I don't use. Just have. No, I'm kidding.
You sure know how to waste a Cialis.
My God, I did just listen to the Boomer Teddy Ruxpin commercial the other day, and I forgot. She was like, and then whenever my husband Tom wants something, and the bear's like, I have a headache. I forgot to pick up your Cialis, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow. Will you go downstairs and check for a murderer?
Merry Christmas to us all.
Yes.
Teddy Ruxpin MAGA edition. Boomer, but still.
Well, thank you, Toad. We do appreciate your contribution as well.
Thanks, Toad.
Thank you, Toad.
I'd
Now
like
if we-
to see 11 consecutive life sentences.
Now if we could just get 1 through 9 and 12, I could write another song.
I know.
We did briefly hear from...
John from New York City.
I fucking love that sound so much. Okay. He said, hey, listening to your recent episode, had an idea for the first day. Impeachment trial.
Good.
And an
And
impeachment
a trial to
and a
impeach his
marriage.
stupid ass.
Yeah.
His juicy ass, according to the picture on my album cover.
Hated that, by the way.
His peach emoji that he thinks is a peach, but really just a dried up craisin.
Wow. It's
Okay, now I'm
cruel.
done.
Well, I have one from.
Let's hear it for just mom.
Hear
it for just mom.
So, Mom listened to the Take the Shot game, and she said, I got the Boilermaker and the Grasshopper right away, but I thought the shot of whiskey was supposed to be dropped into the beer. That being said, what about a rusty nail, Drambuie, and scotch? It's truly awful. And then her usual 17 emojis. So, yeah, thanks, Mom, for that visual.
Drambuie and scotch.
Anthony, I was actually really shocked that you didn't do cognac and hypnotic,
Ew, what the hell's that?
That's
which was
that.
the incredible Hulk shot we did that one
yeah,
time at
I
your house.
forgot about that.
Oh my god, I got so fucking drunk.
That was a bad night, though. That was a really rough night.
What was your... Let's remind the beardos, Jay. What was your bucket that you used to bring?
Ah, the BGB.
The
big
BGB,
gay
the big
bucket.
gay bucket.
That also used to make people throw up really easily.
It was sugary
How did
as
you
hell.
two survive
So
that time of your
sugary.
lives?
I don't know. It was so fucking sugary, and that was the BGB was just ooh. It probably killed anything else that was in my system at the time.
I was like, the BGB was good because it just went down so easily.
Because it was fucking sugar. But you would have the worst hangover the next day because
Oh
it
my
was
God.
fucking sugar.
Well, and I don't know if people remember, all it was literally just like one of the strawberry margarita buckets.
Yep.
And then I'd buy 2 bottles of flavored rum
Yep.
and just pour them in there, and it was easy and great. Sometimes I'd cut up fruit and throw it in there, but
I could just see you being like, ooh, I'm a mixologist now.
oh, 100%. I thought I was a big deal, and I thought yeah.
I look forward to it every single time.
Well, yeah, so I'd bring that, and then I went on a stage for a bit there where I would bring something else. Like, I'd always think up an exciting little drink or a shot or
Yeah.
something, and that's how we got the Incredible Hulk shots that one time, which,
Forgot about that.
oh my God, I still get sick to the stomach when I think about how I felt that night.
That sounds
There-
horrifying.
So I think I've only ever had like one. There are 2 really bad experiences that I've had with alcohol. One is with that whatever that milky alcoholic drink is.
Oh,
the
Tipsy Cow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that will make me throw up immediately. Apparently, milk and liquor are not things I can do at the same time.
It's not
I don't
anything
really like.
anyone
You're
should
just
do.
not built like us.
I guess not. And then
It's probably
the
a good
other time,
thing.
The other time was fucking absinthe, like wormwood and all.
Absinthe.
It was
is,
a bad night.
absinthe is miserable. I can't stand absinthe.
That was when I started to really hate like black licorice flavor things. Because absinthe tastes so much like black licorice, and I remember distinctly laying on my bed at the end of the night, all the lights on in the room, holding on to my bed with my hands for dear life because I thought I was going to fall on the ceiling.
Like Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well,
can't
no,
s-
that's just his blood got all over the ceiling.
Yeah.
I can't say I ever had a good experience with absinthe, except the very last time I remember having it, which was when I was in Milwaukee with my long-term ex, and it was the last trip we went on, and he was super stupid on that trip and was very mean, and it was the trip that I went, I'm breaking up with you, in my head. And so that was my only good experience, was I was like,
The wheels were set in
yeah.
motion
this
on
made
that
me
day.
go, I fucking hate you, and we're going to
He
break up.
doesn't know it, but this is over. Yeah.
And then, well, a week later, we mutually broke up because he was tired of me.
Sure. Mutually.
Well, that's what he said. He was tired of me because
You probably thought that in your head, but you really said it out loud because of the absinthe. And he's like, "Wait, if I got to break up with him first, then."
oh, that's true.
Not to dredge up trauma or anything, but like, what did he do that was stupid? Like, I
Oh
wanna-
my God. Okay. I actually love that you asked this. Okay. So imagine this: super narcissist.
No.
I remember-
we were drinking, and actually 2 of his friends that lived there were with us, and he was talking about some COVID statistics for middle-aged female deaths caused by the COVID shot, and
Red flag.
the number he threw out, I said, oh, that's okay. I understand that you're trying to give a statistic. I think it just may be off because the statistic you're giving me would literally be more than the amount of that age group of women in the United States.
It's like the My Pillow guy.
Yeah. It was like, I can't remember what number he said, like 35 million or something like that. And I was like, okay, so no, I just remember it being dramatically off. And me and his friend it was technically the husband of his friend, and he never liked him. So anyways, we were just like questioning him, and we were trying to resolve it.
I love
and
that.
Be like, oh, well, let's figure this out. No. He got really upset, and he's like, you guys, I'll fucking fight both of you out in the street, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like,
So we doubled down.
the fuck? And then he stomped out and left. And then I like looked at his friends and I said, well, that's what happens when you question him. He can't handle it.
I hate when people double down on things and they know they're wrong, but they just won't admit it. I hate that.
Well, that's a lot of America, so.
Yeah. And then
yeah.
either the next day or the day after, I can't remember, we flew back home. And then I
but that was fun.
Yeah. I was just like, fuck it, whatever. I don't give a shit. And then it was a couple days later, and he was acting funny, and I sat there and went, what the hell's wrong with you? And he's like, I just think we need to break up. And I was like, oh, well, actually, that's what I wanted to do.
Funny you mentioned that.
Because I was just trying to figure out a way to do it that he wouldn't go insane. And then all of a sudden he's like, and I was like, and he's like, you said you wanted to talk about something? And I was like, nope, that actually covered it. He's like, are you sure? And I was like, I'm actually really positive.
Yeah, 100%, man. Get out.
God. And I was like, this was the best
I will
thing
fight
ever.
you in the street is not something you should be saying to a person that you care about deeply with your heart and soul.
Take your fucking $1,200 a month BMW and get the hell out of my house.
Take your grade school level. Get the fuck out, man.
I
Get
don't
out.
remember when. It might have been 3, 4, or 6 months later or something. I got an Instagram message in the middle of the night that it was like 3 a.m. and you could tell that he got super, super fucking drunk. And it was this long, very poorly written text message about how he really messed up and how it's hard to find people that mesh and he thinks we should really try again. And then I just read it and ignored it. And he said, oh, sorry, I had a few drinks. And I said, yep, that drinking will do that to you. Because I was like, abso-fucking-lutely
No way, man. No way.
I was so thankful he was gone.
I'll tell you this, Jay, you dodged a bullet way better than Brian Thompson did.
Thank you.
Yes! Please.
I'll never forget the only time that I ever interacted with him was when you guys came up for that New Year's Eve at our house, and
I
there were
forgot
a couple
about
times
that.
where I was like,
I forgot about that entirely.
Well,
was I even
and
there? Surely I was
Yeah.
there.
You were.
Yeah, you were
but
here.
I always wrote it off because he was really socially awkward with people he didn't know. And so I was like, I totally get that. You say and do weird things. And I mean, I'm the same way. But now as I've gotten older and stopped justifying him, I was like, oh, no, you were like problematic.
yeah.
Well,
What?
something to check out. Jay's previous relationship.
Let's not.
Actually, I'll write it into a book and we'll check that out. And you'll all like
We'll check that out like it's a library, bitch.
We should just have an episode where we just talk about really crazy gossip about dating our exes. I'm kidding.
Maybe.
I have some stories.
I'm not against it.
Topic ideas for season 6. All right.
Getting into it.
Episode 1.
Be good for the New Year's resolution.
New Year, really old fucking me.
But this week, Beardos, for Christmas, we have a wonderful game for you. So,
Hang on. I need to get a drink for this. I need to get a pee and get a drink because I need to be in the headspace.
yep.
Let's fucking do this.
All right. You guys think it's game time?
Oh, I've been waiting for this game all day.
Oh God, I can't wait to lose.
Oh, we can't wait either.
No way for you to win this game, Jay.
Oh my God. Sounds like it's against me. No, I'm kidding.
Welcome back into the courtroom because we are doing another edition of Judgy J.
Except this is High Court of the Criswells.
Oh God.
So, we mentioned that we've had people over every weekend for the last 4 weekends or so. We recently had a friend come up, and we were just randomly sitting on the couch, and for background noise, he put on the movie Christmas with the Cranks. And we thought, oh, well, we haven't seen this. Jay talks about it a bunch. Let's go ahead and sit down and watch it. When I tell you, I
Spoiler
absolutely
alert.
hated it. It was
It
awful.
sucks.
It was stressful. We made it about maybe 38 minutes into it before we shut it off out of mercy to ourselves because I hated every second of it. So, today in the courtroom, Jay is on the stand, and he's going to have to defend himself as to why this is actually a good movie because Anthony and I think that it is trash.
Did I
And
ever
it's
say it was a
not
good
just
movie?
it's not just Joe and I who say this is trash. Christmas with the Cranks, the 2004 film flop, has a 5% rating on Rotten Tomatoes on the tomato meter. And sometimes you have films that aren't critically acclaimed, but they get really good fan feedback. That is not the case with the 2004 film flop, Christmas with the Cranks. It has a 39% on the popcorn meter with 50,000 plus ratings.
39%. I got less than that in one of my classes and still survived because they graded on a curve. So
Was it in Oklahoma, Jay?
it was in college in Oklahoma, yes.
There you
And
go.
what place in education, Jay?
Oh, God.
Will you please state it for the court?
Refer to the shirt, sir.
Yeah, refer to our shop.
Shirt,
Our market.
Jay. It's a shirt.
So, Jay, as the CEO of Christmas with the Cranks, we've called you here today to explain some things to the court.
Yes.
Number one.
So, yeah, go ahead, Anthony. Begin your opening argument.
I have watched at least 30 minutes of this film, and it was hot garbage. I spent the entire time being mad at every character that wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis or Tim Allen because they wanted to take a year off of Christmas. But their bitch-ass white neighbors wouldn't let them, or they didn't want to let them, and they kept complaining the whole time. And that's all the movie was their neighbors complaining to them that they weren't doing Christmas. It's such Anyways.
I will remind the council that the couple's name was Luther and Nora.
Sure. I'm going to call them Tim and fucking Jamie Lee.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
In the gurney. So, Jay, what happened to you that made you think this film was acceptable?
I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
I do too. However, this film would have been improved with the presence of Michael Myers.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
The reason I enjoy it is because, one, Jamie Lee Curtis, and also it's 2004, so it's that era that I was in my teens, and on top of that, it's a reminder of how fucked up society is, that was the entire focus of the film.
I will
white
remind the court
neighbors.
that was also the same year that Mean Girls came out.
Ooh, yes. Complete total win there. But it was just a reminder that fucking society sucks. And everyone's mad that this couple is not decorating for Christmas. And I'm like, Oh, also, they were going on a Carnival cruise. And that ship is quite old now.
Also, fun sort of fact, they called it the Jubilee. Tim Allen's character Luther called it the Jubilee, which that ship was unveiled in 2021, right?
I think that was actually...
Was that like a fake ship that they kind of
I think it was
accidentally
either
predicted?
they used the name, or it was the situation where the ship existed and they like refurbished it and made it. Because I know one of their ships, they extended it and renovated it, and I thought it was the Jubilee.
Okay. Interesting argument from the witness.
Thank you.
Is it interesting?
No, I
Is
was just being
it?
nice. So
Now,
there was a
Jay-
scene where.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Anthony.
No, you go
No.
ahead.
You're still.
No, I'm
doing
not
your
gonna
arguments.
vote.
Judges,
No.
judges.
Hey,
both
hey,
speak.
hey. Order. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
So,
bless you.
Jay, I will give you one bit of grace here, and I will say that there was a scene at the shopping mall where they went to a tanning salon. And
Oh my
the only
God.
good part of this scene, aside from Jamie Lee's rockin' tits,
Dang it.
She did have some good jugs in that.
we also did
absolutely
get to
huge
see
tits.
Tim Allen in a Speedo, and I got to realize why he was referred to as Tim the Toolman Taylor. Because, damn.
That is true. That is why this has a 5%, not a 1%. Like
I saw him in that Speedo, and I was like, Buzz, 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 Lightyear to the
You know what's
rescue.
funny is I like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus and like earlier 90s films and all. I actually don't care for him in this film. It is literally Jamie Lee Curtis that holds it all for me.
And also, I will say for her that even as all this was happening, she still went to the hospital and read to those kids.
I love when she thinks
yeah.
that Tim Allen's going to have sex with her at dinner time, and so she like starts to get her blouse ready and all that stuff for him, and then all of a sudden he
But it
comes
wasn't
and
even
says,
Saturday.
Yeah, it wasn't Saturday. And he's like, we're going to skip Christmas and go on a cruise. And then he looks at her, he's like, what are you doing? Button up.
Now, Jay, Dan Aykroyd, explain.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What a unique cameo.
Cameo?
I hated-
He was the main antagonist.
Well, that's true. And I hated his character a lot. Like, he was annoying.
This
Yes.
movie reminded me why we don't talk to our neighbors in the first
Yeah.
place, because I don't want to set expectations like that.
But I did like his relationship with the angry neighbor across the street.
Oh, what's his name? Walt?
The old man.
Yeah.
Also, he states in the film, Luther states in the film, that they spent $6,000 on Christmas the previous year, and that was in 2004. That was a lot of money. That's a lot of money now.
Ooh,
in
commercialism.
2004,
Boo.
that's a lot more money. And so then you see their house, it's very nice. But then you see their cars, and they're driving like, I don't know, like a 98 Camry and like a mid-90s Taurus wagon. They're not loaded by any means, and they have one singular child, the daughter who just went off to the Peace Corps. They're not rich. So this entire like expectation that everyone in the entire city apparently has for this couple to throw this big swanky Christmas party is just ludicrous in the first place.
Also, let's talk about how dramatic Tim Allen is about his letter to his office coworkers, where he's like, "I'm not celebrating Christmas," and he like has to hand
But
it out.
also
and
the vibe
everyone's
there
so
seemed to
offended.
be that like everyone relied on those two to celebrate
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah,
and-
when he was handing those letters out and basically giving his out of office warning before the trip was even going to be close to commencing, and they all reacted super toxically, was very telling.
If it wasn't a big deal, everyone would have been like, why the fuck are you giving this to me? But instead, his entire office turned on him. So you know these people are relying on this guy to do stuff for their Christmas. And that, in and of itself, is a mistake. You shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't be relying on others like that.
Yeah,
It's your
it's-
holiday. Figure the fuck out.
Such a weird film about how everyone's so offended by. Oh my God! Sorry, the scene just popped in my head at the mall whenever Nora's standing there and her tits are hanging out, and the the father
And the
comes
pastor
up,
is like
Yeah.
staring at her
Staring at her.
instead of moving along, and then all the people behind
There's a
him are
crowd
like
gathering behind him. Yeah.
at a tanning salon at the mall. Like, do you people have nothing else to do? And then it
Well,
makes the newspaper.
Oh my God, that's right. Like it was.
What
so
is
funny
this
how
newspaper?
Dramatic this place is.
Yeah.
Also, just learned at this exact moment that the story is written by John Grisham.
What?
Oh,
What the fuck?
Isn't the book called Skipping Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that because what the fuck? Now, Jay, as the CEO of this film, Cheech Marin and Jake Busey in cameo roles side by side explain.
Who?
The cops that are asking for
yeah.
donations for their calendar,
Oh my God.
and then act like typical cops when they don't get their donation for their calendar.
Two
And
of
then
the
they were-
grossest looking people on this planet. Sorry,
They
Jake
were
Busey,
also
you're not
super
that bad.
racist whenever they were picking him up at the airport, and they wrote Enrique really wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. We didn't make it to that point because it was so
you-
fucking bad. I think we
Okay.
stopped somewhere after the time that Dan Aykroyd was chasing Jamie Lee Curtis down the street in her car as she was leaving to try to get to talk to her and literally holding his hands in the window as she's driving. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Why
Okay.
are you all so goddamn
That was-
broken?
That was so Nickelodeon humor, and I hated every second of it.
So let me tell you just a little bit more about this film since you didn't watch it all. Basically, the whole film's about them skipping Christmas, and then on Christmas
Then their daughter
Eve,
calls and says she got engaged,
Right.
and then she's going to come back, and they have to get this party together. But then everyone's super shitty because they don't want to help them at some point now because they think, oh, they're gonna learn their lesson, which that's also not very Christmassy of them.
Oh no, a lot of people
Again.
actually help them.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, a lot of people help them.
Eventually.
A lot of people
Eventually.
help them suddenly pull the party together really fast, and so instead of them picking up their daughter from the airport, they send those 2 policemen, and so they show up and they're standing there with like a sign to pick them up, and the guy wrote Enrique, and it's spelled like N apostrophe or something terrible, like I can't remember. It's very racism-y. And then,
Is Enrique Blair's fiance?
and he's
Gotta
hot.
be.
Oh.
Worth it. He's gorge.
Oh, look, I can see pictures of him online without having to watch this stupid fucking movie.
So I'll jump in here and say that this movie made me hate it for the same reasons that I don't like Jingle All the Way. The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he's trying to get that
Oh my
action
god,
figure.
that's another
Because-
iconic one only out of pure stupid nostalgia.
I don't like holiday movies that portray stressful situations that I could navigate better. And that's why it made me mad the whole time, was because, like, when the carolers show up and they're trying to close the curtains and ignore the carolers, and
Oh,
everyone
my
just
God.
shows up on their lawn and just
In their
starts
fucking
screaming
window?
lyrics.
Through like the fucking... Oh my god. Because the neighbor said you could do that? Oh my god. I would just spray them all with fucking water. Oh, like he did with the cat.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
and then Nora says, "Oh, why don't you call your cop friends that you didn't buy their calendar?" And I said, "Well, there's other police officers that exist. They would come and do their sort of
honestly,
duty."
that is calling out the problem with policing in America. The fact that if he didn't do something for the police, they're not going to do their jobs.
Yeah, police aren't supposed to be a subscription-based model where you pay for services like that
Right,
on the
correct,
whim.
yes.
love when the carolers drive up, ask the neighbor, and they're just like, "Excuse me, are your neighbors home?" And then he's
Right.
like, "Oh, why, yes they are." And she's like, are they Jewish?"
Yeah, that was very
Fucking wild. Like we
I
couldn't
was like,
carol
"Damn, am
to
I
a
watching
Jewish
Deuce Bigelow
household.
right now?"
Oh
So
my god.
This is a prime example of why I like, in a sense, these terrible movies from that era, is because you hit these moments where that humor is so far from acceptable nowadays, in a sense, that
Yeah.
it's almost like we lived in this, I don't even know what to explain, this Twilight Zone from
It's-
2001 until like
I
2008.
get it too. It's very much how we still like scary movies, and they're really, really problematic.
Oh,
like that scene where Brenda's like,
everything's
"Oh, Cindy,
problematic.
I just have this horrible feeling. You know, like when you see an Asian person behind the wheel of a car," which
Joe,
it's fun to
you
laugh
committed
at,
a
but it's
racism.
awful. It's a
That is a
terrible
movie quote, and it's
joke.
That's a
But-
rough one.
You know, it's these movies are a product of their time, but it's the same reason why when you see classic Looney Tunes cartoons and they have that disclaimer that says these cartoons were a product of their time,
Yeah.
and if we don't air them the way that they were originally aired, then that would be saying like they never existed at all, just like people say that racism doesn't exist. So it's very important that those things still remain part of the these things remain part of culture itself.
The American zeitgeist.
And think of it this
Yeah.
way: Jingle All the Way is a little bit of kind of your first one where they're just like commercializing on something stupid that's problematic, but like mostly Home Alone, that movie is the sense of this weird scenario that now even watching it, I'm just like, what a terrible family. But it's almost like family drama in a sense, when especially the early to mid 2000s, Christmas was such a corporate driven thing that,
Was?
I mean, it was so strong during that era that you almost lost the, I don't know how to explain it. It was just this different level of pressure.
Yeah,
Then.
I get it.
Now I will ask, Jay, since you're up here and are the CEO of this film and are still on trial,
Oh yeah.
Felicity Huffman, notorious pay-to-play Hollywood actress, set aside everyone's aunt, Caroline Ray. Explain.
She what?
The pair, Caroline Ray and Felicity Huffman. Yeah, why? What was the pairing there? Why are they so bitchy? Explain. I'm asking the
Nora's
questions
friends.
here. I shouldn't be explaining myself to you. This is the High Court of Criswell. Explain.
They were supposed
Mistrial.
to be. They were supposed to be
Mistrial.
Nora's friends, and they just dragged her so hard when she made any inkling of not spending Christmas at the neighborhood.
Objection. Jay should be explaining.
That is true. Like, those two, everyone ragged on them.
Everyone. There was
Every
no
single-
one on their side.
The guy that she gets invitations from stomps into the restaurant and then tattles to all her friends that she's not ordering or she's not ordering cards or invitations, and he's just this snarky little gay guy. And
Yeah.
her friends are like, "What's wrong with you?"
Well, then that takes care of my other question. Patrick Breen, explain.
I kept wanting to scream at everyone. These two have just sent their daughter off to the Peace Corps, and they were sobbing at the airport. You can't let them have one little trip on their own to try to get through this tough time they're having with their daughter being gone? What kind of monsters are you?
You also couldn't just be supportive, like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry that you're struggling with this. What can we do to help?" Instead, they're just like, "Why the fuck aren't you satisfying our needs of a Christmas celebration that we don't want to pay for?"
Right. Our friend who'd put the movie on, he said to us, well, in the end, they all really pulled together because they love the daughter so much. And I said, if they love the daughter so much, then why weren't they at the airport sending her off as well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the film is 100% problematic. I will never, ever say that it's a great film as in, like, it's sending a good message. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis. That's why I watch it.
In that sense, I guess I've become Scrooge because I just don't give into these stupid fucking stereotypes and tropes anymore about Christmas, and I just let people do what they want to do at Christmas time. Don't make them feel pressured to do something that they don't want to do, like go to candlelight service because it's stupid.
Like, go to your parents. Which I am also not doing. God, I can't wait for Christmas Day where I just sit in my PJs and get drunk early.
Well,
what
counsel,
we're
do you have
gonna
any
do.
closing arguments?
No, thanks for putting me on trial. I really deserve that. But Jamie Lee Curtis is great. I love her.
She is. She really is. That's valid.
And rockin' tits in a film. Good for her.
Absolutely rockin' tits. You're right about that.
I wanted her as Laurie Strode, but in the same movie, and I wanted to see how she would handle it differently and correctly.
I just want Michael Myers to show up and
'Cause-
start killing people randomly during these comedic scenes.
I'd be fine with that, actually.
Imagine Jamie Lee Curtis as her character Laurie Strode, where she had that stronghold house in the new Scream movie, where it's like she had all these fences and like booby traps and security defenses. Imagine the carolers trying to show up to that house. They would have been shot dead on the spot.
Oh my God, could you imagine that one woman who kind of was the leader of it all, of the carolers,
Yeah.
and she just steps on a nail and tar?
Or slips on micro machines in the foyer.
Or has a flamethrower just blow fire on her?
Or has a paint can just break her entire face open on the staircase. Oh, that would have been a great movie.
Well,
I
while
need
the
that
other
crossover.
carolers bash her chest with a crowbar because they see a tarantula on her.
The real crime in Home Alone was that he never got to eat his Stouffer's mac and cheese.
Oh, fucking so true. Oh, and then he just like ate cheese pizza and loved it.
Oh, cheese pizza is really good, though.
I'm not. I can do it. I just don't. Well, you know what?
I
take that
prefer
back.
toppings.
If it's
I
like-
do.
If it's like a multi-cheese, there's more than just like. one type
I've
of
got to
cheese
have
on it.
something to
Pretty
mix
good.
it. Anyways, this is not having anything to do with the trial.
Yeah, we're getting
Merry
off to Home
Crisis.
Alone. Home Alone, which is a good Christmas movie. Sorry, everyone. But are we ready for our verdict?
Sure, what's your verdict?
I'm gonna say that Jay is innocent by defense of insanity.
You know what? That's good. I like that.
I am going to say that Jay is guilty by way of guilty of liking a guilty pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do love being pleasured.
Because at the end of the day, Beardos, if you enjoy something, don't let anybody else tell you not to enjoy it. We just like giving Jay shit.
And if anybody tells you that you shouldn't like our show, then
Kill him.
And Jay, you've won our little game show, which means you've won a signed copy of the colored classic White Christmas.
color.
Why are we still doing this?
Those were Jay's words, not mine.
Oh my god. I think I hear the music coming back on, and it's the 12 Days of Trump's Ass remastered.
Boom.
But
First, I
go
think
call
we need
our-
a mastered version before we get a remaster.
But go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242 to leave an episode to open up season 6 with.
Open up.
And Beardos, we're about to get opened up just like some wrapping paper. So, if you'd like to help us out, go to subscribe to our podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any sundries that we add to the market.
And don't forget to rate us 5 Christmas stars and leave a review. Those reviews are what get us found by more listeners like you. And also, if just each one of you could tell a friend about the podcast, that would double our growth coming into 2025.
God, and season 6. Check out our socials, which are Instagram, check out Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and what's the other one? TikTok, if it's still there. Jesus Christ, I think we're about to lose that one. You can also email us at beardsandsundries@gmail.com. We would love to read out some of your content on our first episode of season 6 coming out January of 2025. Also, you can check out our website, beardsandsundries.com, where we're adding new merch to our store where you can click the little buy here button. So go check it out.
And as a friendly reminder, Beardos, we are taking next week off, but keep your ear close to the ground because we might be releasing something next week that's very special to us.
A fart.
But also, don't forget to check out those Beardo cards that we have on our website, beardsandsundries.com, because it's not quite over yet. We still have some chances to get those bingo cards filled
we
out.
do need to talk about that in episode 1 of next season.
We sure will. But from the three of us, 2024 loving Beardos here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to
Open up. I mean, love yourself.
Because we already love you. Happy holidays, Beardo.
Happy Honda Days! Bye!
Lexus December to remember. Mwah.
I'm Jesus. Hey. Bless you, my son.